We have this very important information when it comes to the standoff that has been going on between the Indian and the Chinese troop for some days now. The Indian and the Chinese troop remain engaged in a standoff in several disputed areas in Eastern Ladakh. Now, with both the nations refusing to bow down, the confrontation could actually become the biggest military face-off after the Doklam episode in 2017. The biggest concern for Indian Army has been the presence of Chinese troops around several key points, including the post of KM 120 along the Darbuk Shakyok Daulat Beg Oldie Road in the Galwan Valley. And in fact, these are the visuals that we are getting for you. Remember, there has, of course, been a lot of back and forth when it comes to this particular story. There have been reports of this confrontation going on for quite some time. And as I just told you some time back, this actually could end up being one of the most serious confrontations between India and China at the border. But at this point in time, of course, not much is being said from the side of India. We are, in fact, trying to get more clarity when it comes to this standoff at the border. And like we said, these stories are being reported. They are being reported in the last few days. The exact location that we have told you from where such stories are coming out is the post of KM 120 along the Darbuk Shakyok Daulat Beg Oldie Road in the Galwan Valley. Now, Nikunj is joining us on the phone line. Nikunj, what is the latest when it comes to the standoff between India and China?
Well, Megha, the standoff continues, and as I've been saying, that unlike Doklam, there is a different kind of crisis here. Doklam was a tri-junction between India, Bhutan and China. It was basically Bhutanese territory. And Bhutan being India's protectorate, we were there in protection of Bhutan. But in Galwan area of Ladakh, it's just straight on between India and China. And both forces obviously have amassed troops. And China has, been disturbing our routine long-range patrols that have been going on in that area for a substantial period of time without any objection from the Chinese side for the last 30 to 40 days. And now that it has reached a crescendo, obviously there are diplomatic interventions that are required, that are happening quite clearly at the level of the field commanders, even senior field commanders at the brigadier level. The situation has refused to diffuse itself. So the latest, of course, is that the Chinese are dropping further hints that now trying to evacuate their citizens from India, which many other countries have also done keeping in mind the COVID crisis. But at the timing of the Chinese move is quite clearly raising eyebrows. So in what overarching indications are that at this moment, at least, Chinese do not want the tensions to go down. I mean, they want the issue to simmer. And that is something that the Indian side obviously wants to pipe down, and that is something that is not happening at this point of time. That is why the force built up in the entire region of the dispute between India and China, from Uttarakhand to Ladakh, as we are seeing, and reports are coming right now.
All right. When it comes to the response from the side of India, Nikunj, what is it that we are hearing from the Indian government? What is the stand that we are taking? Because, honestly, we've been trying to get more and more, but very little is coming out of at least government of India on this.
Officially, of course, they will not comment, other than the fact that the Ministry of External Affairs has made its position absolutely clear that this is Indian territory. There is no dispute on this side of the line of actual control, LAC, as it is known, between India and China. More critically, it is the Chinese who have been disturbing our patrols, on which something on which Indian side has gone on record. Now, as the standoff continues, the problem is that with these kind of face-offs, officially it is still not being described face-off because there is a larger gap between the troops of two sides. But any inadvertent move on the part of any side can actually lead to a flare-up, which can see further aggravation of situation, as we have seen in the past on Pangong, where at least 50 to 70 soldiers on Indian side have got injured, according to sources. So that is something that India is very keen to avoid. Chinese are giving no impression of that. Chinese, of course, have been maintaining that they are only patrolling their side of line of control, as line of actual control, as they've been doing. So it is, in terms of diffusing the tension, the Chinese will certainly have to make the first move, because government of India has categorically said that they are the ones who are disturbing our long-term security.
Okay.